No, buffalo. What is X, which is usually a female? It's considered to be one of the most fertile hybrid offspring.
Fertile hybrid of the domestic cattle is male, and X is the female, which is
usually a female. X is usually a female.
Is X bison?
Bison is perfectly right. That's a brilliant answer actually. So bison is right. So I get full 10 points for that. We'll move ahead to Ahalya. An interesting question. In 1792, as per the Coinage Act, the US Mint made coins out of gold, silver, and copper. Several criminals found this an easy way to make some quick money, as they used to shave off the edges of the coins of gold in order to sell them. Since the difference was minuscule, there were no visible marks for anyone to notice. But when the crime came to light, the US Mint decided to do something that will help them to eliminate this crime, and it is still followed, not just in US but in several countries. What did the US Mint do? Even though there are no gold coins or silver coins, the process is still followed. This is for Ahalya.
No, I'll pass the question.
Okay, Ahalya passes, it goes to Ansar. Answer? Answer? You're on mute. Answer, you're on mute.
You're on mute. They square the coins, they square.
Answer, you're on mute. Okay, so
they square the coins, they square.
No, that's not the answer.
They square the coins, they square.
Answer? That's an echo.
They square the coins, they square.
No, that's not. Okay, so that's not the answer. They didn't square off the coins. I'll move ahead to Umesh.
I think all the coins have the edges are cut.
Edges are cut.
Like
can you explain? Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. So that's perfectly right. So they made ridges. Okay, it's called reading. So they added ridges to the coins. So now if anyone tries to shave it off, I think it's easily visible. So very good answer, Hussain. 10 points to you. They added ridges to the coins. So now if anyone tries to shave it off, I think it's easily visible. So very good answer, Hussain. 10 points to you. Added ridges to the coins. So now if anyone tries to shave it off, I think it's easily visible. So very good answer, Hussain. 10 points to you.
Answer.
I think we are able to hear an echo at your end. So probably you need to check that.
Yeah, Ansar, if you're watching the YouTube, please mute the YouTube audio.
Yeah, YouTube is not needed, Ansar, right now. Okay, I'll move ahead to Vidya now. Starbucks offers something called a puppuccino. It contains no coffee, tea or caffeine, but is simply whipped cream. The item is mostly given free to the customers by the employees there. What is special about this item? So this is called puppuccino. So it's just simple whipped cream. So no coffee, no tea or caffeine or any flavoring which is added here. And it's mostly given free by the employees working there. This is for Vidya. Vidya, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Is this for people who are lactose intolerant? They don't take milk, so they take
Okay,
cream,
lactose.
which doesn't
Nice.
have milk.
Not really. Nice guess though. I'll move it to Naman.
Yeah, I'll pass on this.
Okay, so it goes to Hussain.
So basically, this is what they give for the dogs. So from the pup, basically, it's for the pets that accompany the customers.
Perfectly right, Hussain. Perfectly right. So that's why it's called a puppuccino. So these are for the pups or the dogs. So it is given free to the any customer who comes in with a dog. So good answer, Hussain. And with that, we come back to Sai Sanjay for question 5. In 2010, the leaders of the Southeast Asian nations met President Obama at the UN for an ASEAN-USA summit. The image here shows a great mistake on the part of the US host, which was widely criticized by the Philippines. And you also see the Philippines president on the right. US later apologized, stating that it was a very honest mistake and took up the responsibility for the mistake. What was the mistake? Part 1. And why was the mistake heavily criticized in the Philippines? This is part 2.
Is the mistake visible in this picture?
Yes.
I think proper mic is not given for the president.
Proper microphone,
I-
okay.
They might be criticized.
And what was the second part? What is the second part? Why was the mistake criticized in Philippines?
He did.
Okay.
Second.
So I'll move ahead to Tejas.
Yeah, so the mistake was that they hanged while hanging the series of flags, the Philippines flag was hanged in an inverted manner. So they basically put it upside down.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the second part, like why it was heavily criticized. I feel because it being a symbol of patriotism, like a flag is something which is very close to a citizen. So they got angry and that's how.
Okay. Logical answering. I'll move it to Venu.
Sir, it's first one is Philippines flag is inverted,
Okay.
and second one is it symbolizes the war.
War. Can you explain that?
I mean, in state of war and anything related to state of war.
Okay. Venu, is anyone else with you? Because I hear someone else also. No, I hear someone else's voice.
No.
Okay. Okay, I give it to you, but folks, please ensure that this is a sport. Okay, let's play this as a sport. And if anybody is helping anyone, I think that's not a good way to go. Right? Not just for this quiz, but also for the future. Right? Okay, so that it's the answer. So flag of Philippines was raised upside down. And when you actually do that, it means that the state of Philippines is war. So that's the reason. I'll move ahead to Aditya.
So for the previous question, how are the points split?
Yeah, sorry. Tejas gets 5 and Venu gets 10. Aditya, your question. Operation Kid Brother was a 1967 Italian spy movie that follows X, who is the brother of British super spy James Bond. The movie, which had a different release name in Europe, released exactly in the same year when the then James Bond, Sean Connery, left the franchise. Several actors who played different roles in the James Bond series also found a place in this movie and also in future sequels of Operation Kid Brother. This movie was considered to be one of the worst of its kind in the genre, and critics outright rejected it. Who played the lead role in this movie? It is said that even Sean Connery was approached to actually act in this movie, which good that he rejected.
So we have to name the actor of the Italian movie. I have to name the actor of the Italian.
Correct. Even if you're somewhere close, even if you don't get the name right, or if you're able to give me the funda behind it, I'll give it to you.
So was the movie in English or was the movie in Italian?
It was in English as well as in Italian. In fact, it released in a lot of other languages also, but it was primarily an Italian.
Is it George Lazenby?
George Lazenby. Nice guess. Okay. So he later became the James Bond. So good guess. No. I'll move it to Ahalya.
No, I'll pass the question.
Okay. Answer. Answer. Are you there?
It's his brother.
Can you explain that? What brother? Is it there?
His brother.
Whose brother? Whose brother, Answer?
That Connery's brother, Scotland brother.
Okay, I'll give it to you. It was indeed Sean Connery's brother, Neil Connery. So that's why it had Operation Kid Brother. But the original name of the movie was OK Connery. So Sean Connery actually acted in a James Bond style kind of a movie in Italy. So moving on to Umesh.
Excuse me, I actually have a question. So the time remaining on the Zoom meeting is showing 8 minutes. So we have to again join the same link.
Is that the case, Nambi?
Yeah, yesterday it didn't affect anything. It continued. In case if it stops, just rejoin in the same Zoom call.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Moving on to Umesh. The phrase means to win comfortably with a huge margin. The origin of the phrase dates back to early 1900s when jockeys who were assured of winning the races loosened their grip on the reins and relaxed their arms. But it was in 1958 that the phrase made it to the print media when the London Times stated, double the speed, however, and the submarine wins blank, blank. What phrase came into origin from the world of horse racing? So what phrase, which means to win comfortably with a huge margin, dates back to the world of horse racing in the early 1900s?
Pass. No idea.
Okay, I'll move ahead to Vidya.
The answer is hands down. Double the speed, however, submarine wins hands down.
Perfectly right. So what they used to do is they just used to relax their arms and place it down. Brilliant answer, Vidya. So winning hands down was a phrase that came from the world of horse racing. Good answer. And I'll move ahead to Naman. So what they used to do is they just used to relax their arms and place it down.
Raja, it was visible. The answer was visible. Even before the first answer.
No. I didn't see the answer.
Sir, I think you're having a lag or maybe you're using YouTube also. So I request that please do not use YouTube. I think that's why there's a lag. Good answer, Vidya. I'll move ahead to Naman. This marble relief from Halicarnassus, which is in modern day Turkey, confirms something that has very few references in ancient literature otherwise. In fact, it is said that there are no other depictions in art or iconography other than this. The relief shows two women whose names are engraved below, Amazon and Aquilia. What do the historians confirm from this relief, which until then was just a speculation? This is for Naman.
yeah, I'll just take a guess here. I think that ancient times they said that women were not allowed to participate in war, but this surely confirms that considering that these both of them are women, so women also used to take part in war. So,
Okay, kind of on the right track, but not exactly the answer. I'll move it to Hussain.
So you want a reference to the, so basically, I mean, these two women are part of a major war which happened. So I'm just guessing this is probably the war that involves, I don't know, the Trojan horse reference or something, I don't know.
So these two women were part of the Trojan War also. Okay. Okay, I'll move ahead to Sai Sanjay.
I'll pass the question.
Okay, Sai passes it to Tejas.
Okay, so I think instead of fighting for war, they used to actually fight for there's this term called gladiatrix. So they used to fight for entertainment. So I think those days in ancient times gladiators were allowed, but I think these people were the first courageous people to be the gladiatrix, the female counterpart of gladiator.
Okay, perfectly right. I'm not sure if they were the first two women, but then it just confirms that female gladiators did exist. So good answer, Tejas. Brilliant answer. I'll move it to Venu now. Okay. When they were first created in 1941, they were in red, yellow, violet, green, and brown. Later in the same decade, violet was replaced by tan.
I mean, first red, yellow, that's
The codes of registers.
registers. I mean, in computers would be there.
Okay, fine. No, okay, it's not the registers. I'll move ahead to Aditya.
Wiring systems, the color codes for wires. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Aditya. Go ahead.
Is that color code for wires?
Color codes for wires. Okay. No, that's not the answer. I'll move it to Ahalya.
No, I'll pass it.
Okay, I'll go to Ansar.
Is it the black box in the flight? Black box in the flight.
Black box in the flight. Okay. Black box is only in orange, but I'm saying that we still have 6 colors. I'll move it to Umesh.
It is the LGBT flag.
Nice guess, Umesh. Nice guess. No, this is not the LGBT flag. Vidya?
I guess these are the colors of the M&Ms.
What a crack. So brilliant answer. So these are indeed the colors of M&Ms. So right now you got 6 colors existing. So very good answer, Vidya. You get 10 points and I'll move it to Naman. Pancration was a precursor to the modern day MMA. One of the key events of ancient Olympics, it was a mix of boxing, wrestling and endurance, wherein the referee does not interfere until one of the opponents concedes or dies. In 564 BC in the ancient Olympics, Arakion or Arikion of Pigalia won the pancration event when his opponent conceded the match. What first did Arakion achieve, which is in fact the only time ever in the history of Olympics, both ancient or modern? In fact, Arakion is considered to be a legend. So what first did Arakian achieve? First and the only time.
Okay, so he achieved something first, and it is the only time ever in the history of Olympics, but not in normal sport.
Not in normal sport, yeah.
Okay, so in normal sport, instances like this have happened. That's my.
Not sure of it, but then more or less, I think this could be the only event. It's very difficult for it to be replicated in maybe any other sport.
Okay. Concedes or dies. Consider the match. I was thinking about knockout. So yeah.
Okay, the first ever knockout. Okay. Okay, knockout happens quite often, but still, okay, I'll move ahead to.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I think I got disconnected. How about the others?
Yeah, the Zoom meeting ended.
Oh shit, okay.
I'm sharing the screen again. Just please.
Sorry, is the question passed to me?
Yeah, this goes to Hussain.
Yeah, sorry, I just disconnected back. Okay, so you're asking what first did Arakian Arichin achieve, which in fact is the only time ever. So I don't know, I'm just guessing that this is probably the only time that an opponent actually gave a walkover in an Olympic match, or conceding the defeat. So normally in sport that doesn't happen. The referee calls out, or at least nobody can concede that, okay, hey, I'm losing this. So I think this is probably the only and first instance in an Olympic sport where a team opponent walked out saying that, okay, no, that's it. I'm conceding it.
Okay, so if I remember right, I think Saina Nehwal also won a bronze after the opponent conceded. So I'm not sure if this was the only instance. Good guess though. I'll move ahead to Sai Sanjay. Sai Sanjay.
Yeah, just a minute.
Others just be on mute, please. Okay, I need an answer now, Sai.
No, I'll pass the question.
Okay, I'll move ahead to Tejas.
So basically, this pancreation, as you said, only if they give up, you can win the event actually. So what happened was that I'm not sure, because Arakian himself or the opponent, one person killed the other person, but still the person who was dead was declared as the winner. Because according to the rules of the game, only if you give up, the other person wins. So even though the other guy was dead, the other guy was actually declared the winner. I'm not sure if it was Arakian or his opponent. I don't know who killed whom, but I think this is the trivia behind.
I think I'm tempted to give it to you. I'll give it to you because that's perfectly right. In fact, Arakian was dead, and but just before he died, actually, the person conceded. But when people tried to wake him up, he was found to be dead because he got choked by the opponent's foot. So good answer,
That
Tejas.
is the first instance of the triangle choke as well. these days in WWE, they
Correct.
do.
Perfectly right.
That's
That's how he choked to death. That's perfectly right. So moving ahead to Venu now. If equilateral triangles are constructed on the sides of any triangle, either all outward or all inward, the lines connecting the centers of those equilateral triangles themselves form an equilateral triangle. So as seen in the picture below. This is a very famous theorem in geometry credited to a Frenchman who is more famous in a different field than mathematics. How do we know this theorem better? Even though people contest saying that there is no evidential proof that this person himself had come up with this, but still it's named after him. Who is this Frenchman?
Sir,
Unmute yourself, Venu.
sir, is it Pythagoras?
Pythagoras, okay. No, this is not Pythagoras. I'll move to Aditya.
Pascal's equilateral.
Pascal's equilateral triangles, okay. Ahalya? You're giving names of mathematicians, but the question says this person is more famous in a different field than mathematics. Ahalya?
No, I'll pass it.
Okay, it goes to Ansar now.
Is it Descartes? René Descartes.
René Descartes. No, this is not Descartes. Umesh?
Some name Oside, I think, starting with O. Don't remember the name.
Okay, no, this is nobody with O as their first letter. So I'll move ahead to Vidya.
I'm guessing, is this Lumiere, Cinefield, he introduced cinema?
Nice guess, nice guess. No, this is not Lumiere. Moving to Naman now.
You are given different fields, so I will guess some random artist. Monet.
Monet. Okay, this is not Monet again. Goes to Hussain now.
Is it Voltaire?
Walter. Nice guesses coming. No, not Walter. So, yeah, Sai Sanjay.
Pass.
Okay, and this is with Tejas now. Yeah, Tejas, go ahead.
Is it King Napoleon, the then ruler of France?
Okay, very well worked out. That itself, that really was, that indeed was Napoleon. So it's called the Napoleon's theorem actually. So it is said that Napoleon came up with this theorem. Napoleon is actually famous for encouraging mathematicians. So people are not sure whether it was Napoleon himself who had come up with it or whether he made it famous, but still it's called the Napoleon's theorem. Good answer, Tejas. And moving ahead to
please tell the score, Raja. Raja, would you please tell the score because it's 1/3 of the quiz is already over.
Okay, I'll do that. So at this stage we have Tejas at 40, Venu at 20, Aditya at 10, Ansar at 10, Umesh at 10, Vidya at 20, and Hussain at 10. The others are yet to open their account. So still a lot of questions, 19 questions more. So I think it's anybody's game even from here. So moving ahead to Venu. Why was this picture event much in news in 2007? That's part one. And what was the reason behind the furor over it, especially in Germany? Just give me a story around both the parts. Unmute yourself, Venu. Yeah.
Sir, pass. No guesses.
Okay, no issues. I'll move it to Aditya.
Was the dog gifted by from Russia to Germany?
Okay.
And what was the reason behind? Was the dog's name Angel?
Oh, brilliant guess. Nice. No, that's not the answer. I'll move ahead to Ahalya. But very nice thinking, Aditya. Nice answer. Ahalya?
I'll pass it.
Okay, it goes to Ansar now.
The dogs are something related the German history of killing people, killing German people. Russian dogs. That's a Russian dog killed the German people.
Okay.
Angela Merkel has gifted the dog to Putin. Okay, I'm passing it.
Okay, so okay, I'll move it to Umesh.
In this meeting, Putin has brought his dog to scare Angela Merkel.
Okay, and what happened? Why was what was the reason behind that furor in Germany?
Russia wanted to show power to Germany, that they are superior, like that, some logic.
Okay, I think you got the funda right. I'll give it to you. But a more interesting thing is that Angela Merkel actually has fear of dogs because she was bit by one in the 90s, and she actually has a fear of dogs. And it is said that Putin tried to intimidate her by allowing his Labrador to enter the meeting room. So this actually created a lot of furor in Germany. Good answer, Umesh. Very good answer. I'll move it to Vidya now. So, Blank Me Elmo was a children's plush toy introduced by Tycho Preschool and model after a character, Elmo, from the Muppet Show, Sesame Street. The toy faced such huge demands that police even arrested people who were found to be either fighting over it or running after delivery trucks to steal a toy or two. Oh, that's two. What playful activity, as highlighted in its name, does the toy ask the person holding it to do while it shakes, vibrates, and recites its trademark giggle? Ha ha ha, he he. So, what does this toy, which is the toy's name is Blank Me Elmo, ask you to do?
Is this Hug Me Elmo?
Hug Me Elmo, nice one. It's not hug. I'll move it to Naman. Naman?
Give me some time to guess, Raja.
Yeah, please go.
Okay, I will guess bounce me. He will bounce like.
Okay, nice. This is not bounce. This goes to Hussain.
I'm guessing squeeze me Elmo.
Squeeze me Elmo. Nice. No, Sanjay. Sanjay?
Yeah, just a minute. Is it play with me, Elmo?
Play with me, Elmo. Okay, it's just one blank. I'll move it. Tejas?
I'm guessing it's tickling. Like in Tamil, they say kichi kichi or something. So tickling me Elmo or tickled me Elmo.
Okay, I'll give it to you. It's Tickle Me Elmo. So this was a very huge hit. In fact, now people had to people used to steal, people used to rob from each other, just to get this toy. And it was even sold on auctions. Up to about one of these toys went up for about $27,000 also. So that was a kind of a demand that this toy created. Good answer. I'll move to Venu now. This is a short clip from a game developed in 2009, which was essentially a video game sequel to a movie franchise. The game was introduced around the time when the 5th part of the franchise was released. The game was not widely successful, but it tried to accommodate all of the movie's props to a great extent. Identify the movie franchise which formed the base for this game of the same name. So this is the video.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be interrupting anything here. I might want to shut up. So I'm tied to a chair? Yeah, okay, I am. Oh, reverse bear trap. That's great. I have a lot of experience with this thing.
Okay. So tell me, what was the movie franchise?
Is it Granny?
Granny. Granny game. Okay, no, this is not Granny. Aditya?
Saw.
I'm sorry?
Saw series.
Perfectly right. So this was the Saw series. So this game came up when Saw 5, the 5th installment came. So good answer, Aditya. I'll move it to Ahalya now. Ben Nevis, which is at 1,345 meters. Scuffle Pike, which is 978 meters high. And Snowdon, which is 1,085 meters high, form part of the Three Peaks Challenge, wherein the participants attempt to climb these 3 highest mountains of A, B, and C within 24 hours. So this usually happens for a fundraising attempt for several global charitable organizations. So what are the 3 countries A, B, and C? This is one of the most easier ones of the quiz. Think logically, A, B, C within 24 hours. So images are just a couple of charity organizations.
I'll pass it.
Yeah, I'll move to Ansar now.
German, France, and Switzerland. Germany, France, and Switzerland.
Germany, France, and Switzerland. Okay, so this is not Germany, France, and Switzerland. I'll move it to Umesh.
Scotland, England, and Wales.
Perfectly right. So this is indeed Scotland, England, and Wales. So these are the 3 highest mountains of the 3 countries. So good answer, Umesh. So all form part of UK. So good answer. I'll move to Vidya. Though commonly associated with the shoemaking industry, the term originally meant anyone who did not know their craft. By the turn of the 18th century, it became a term used to indicate someone who repaired shoes but did not know enough to make them. The term in its plural form is also the nickname of the football team Northampton Town Football Club, referring to the town's historical shoemaking industry. What term are we talking about here? This is for Vidya.
Is this amateur?
Amateur, nice guess. No, this is not amateur. I'll move it to Naman.
So you require Northampton FC, right? Or is this another term?
No. The term in its plural form is the nickname of Northampton.
Northampton is cobblers. So I will guess cobbler or cobbler.
Cobbler is perfectly right. So cobbler is, even though it's generally associated with the shoemaking industry, it's someone who doesn't know his or her trade. So good answer, Naman. Very good answer. So that fetches you 10 points, and I'll move ahead to Hussain. In 2013, 2 sports people were featured in an advertisement for X Airlines, wherein they engage in a selfie challenge while traveling around the world. They challenge each other by taking selfies from St. Basil's Cathedral, Moscow, Great Wall of China, scuba diving at the Maldives and South Africa, safari at Kenya, Tanzania, Hollywood, and finally take a joint selfie at the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. And that's how the ad ends. So this ad was declared as the ad of the decade on YouTube in 2015 as part of celebrating YouTube's founding, 10 years founding. So currently the ad has over 150 million views. Who are the 2 sports people and IDX? So you get 2 out of 3 right, you get 5 points. And you get completely right, you get 10 points.
Okay. I'm guessing X is Turkish Airlines.
Okay.
And the 2 sports persons featured, I'm just guessing maybe Messi and Ronaldo.
Messi and Ronaldo. Okay. Logical guess. Nice. I'll move ahead to Sanjay.
Is it Federer and Rafael Nadal?
Federer and Nadal. Okay. Nice. I'll go to Tejas now.
Yeah,
and first part? I'm sorry, Sanjay, first part?
The first part, I have no idea.
Okay, IDX. Oh, Tejas?
So the airline is I think Turkish Airlines or Air Turkey. I don't know if they changed. The sports people are Lionel Messi and the basketball player Kobe Bryant.
That gets you 10 points. Tejas, good answer. And I'll also give 7 points to Hussain for getting 2 of the 3 right. So good answer. It indeed is the Turkish Airlines. So that's where they they finish off at Istanbul and again start off for another challenge. It's Kobe Bryant and Lionel Messi. And this question is for Venu now. This is Michaela Ulmer, a 15-year-old entrepreneur from Texas. And she's considered to be one of the youngest millionaires in the world. She started a lemonade business using her grandmother's recipe when she was 4. And it included eggs as a key ingredient which she sourced from local traders. A pizza shop started buying ice lemonade, and when she was 10, she presented her idea to Shark Tank, which usually takes in these ideas and gives you investment. And she procured a $60,000 investment. Later, she received $800,000 as an investment made by a consortium of football players. In 2020, Me and the Dash Lemonade, which is Alma's company, was selling bottles across 1,500 stores, which included all the leading supermarkets like Whole Foods, Kroger, Cost Plus, etc. What is the missing word in this book written by Ulmer?
Sir, is it B? B-E-E.
Nice guess, Venu. Very good answer. So that indeed is B, fearless, because honey was the key ingredient of her lemonade. So very good answer, Venu. So that gets you 10 points, and I'll move to Aditya now. Another simple one. So X almost runs a monopoly in this country, as most of the people living here use products on a day-to-day basis produced by X numerous companies. The products include home accessories, toiletries, mobile phones, telecom providers, internet, bread, restaurants, insurance, cigarettes, etc. And this, to an extent, has led the country to be nicknamed as Slimlandia. Name the country and IDX. This is for Aditya. So it is said that any person in this particular country actually uses everything produced by X's companies. Who is X and name the country?
Is one of the answer Amazon?
Okay.
No idea on the country.
Okay, I'll move ahead to Ahalya. Ahalya?
Yeah, 1 second. No, I'll pass it.
Okay, answer?
Is it Mexico and Carlos Slim, the billionaire, the 17th place now, billionaire? Carlos Slim.
Perfectly right answer. That fetches you 10 points. It indeed is Mexico and Carlos Slim Helu. In fact, it's the 19th richest when I checked a couple of days back. So 19th richest in the world. And so that's why it's called Slimlandia. So Mexico and Slimlandia. Good answer, Ansar. I'll move ahead to Umesh. What connects all of these places? Just give a common funda. What connects all of these places? Only thing that I can tell you is that second picture is in India. Second picture on the top is in India. Umesh?
This last image left, rightmost last image is not visible, or it is some animated image?
It's an animated image because it's okay. The the images on the bottom are both the same. Okay, it's now ruins, but then it's an animated image which people feel that this is how it could have been. So it's just ruins which is on the left.
Sun temples.
And why would you say that?
Konark is a sun temple. So
okay. So we went with Konark and you got the entire 10 points. So that is perfectly right. So these are all dedicated or either as a statue or as a temple to sun gods. So the first one is the Colossus of Rhodes, which is a statue of Helios. And of course the sun temple at Konark. And then the ruins is sun temple at Usarkaf, which is in Egypt, which was for Ra. And Temple of Sol Invictus in Rome. So good answer, Umesh, and that gets you 10 points. And this moves to Vidya.
So can we have a quick scope check?
Yes, yeah, I'll do that. Tejas is at 60, Venu is at 30, Aditya is at 20, Ansar is also at 20, Umesh at 40, Vidya at 20, Naman at 10, and Hussain at 17. Others are yet to open their accounts. Right? And this question is for Vidya. What connects the following international cricketers? Ibrahim Makkah, Dick Westcott, Dilip Sardesai, Antoine de Souza, Moises Henriquez. I just request people to just keep your hands visible. I don't find a lot of hands being visible. So thank you.
Are you disqualifying people who are not showing their hands?
I'm just letting them know, Ansar. Yeah. I'm just letting them know once I find them. Okay. Question is with Vidya. This is an exhaustive list, and this is the only 5 people for whatever they are connected to.
Are these people who just played one match for their nation, one international test?
So they all just
and
played
their career,
one.
and their career.
Okay. No, that's not what I was looking for. I'll move it to Naman. Yes, Naman, got an answer?
Yeah, I will say on their debut, they scored a half century and took a fifer.
Okay, so that's not what I was looking for. This is for Hussain now.
Okay, I'm just going to vaguely guess here. Ibrahim Makkah, I think I remember reading somewhere earlier. This guy had something to do with the Damandiyu, I don't know, the Portuguese settlement. Moises Hendricks. So all of them had something to do with some Portuguese colonial connection. That's my guess. I don't know the exact answer, but it's just something Goa, Damandiyu, on those lines. So D'Souza again, yeah. So something like so either they were all part of the Portuguese settlements or something like that. Because I think D'Souza, Hendricks, it does have to say something to do with some Portuguese colony thing.
I think I'll have to give it to you because you got the keyword right. Portugal is what I was looking for. Because they were all born either in Portugal itself or Portuguese territory. So Daman, Margot, and Goa were Portuguese territories at the time these cricketers were born. And of course, Dick Westcott was born in Lisbon itself, and Henriquez is Portuguese, which everybody knows. So good answer, Hussain. Very good answer. I'll move it to Sanjay. The Dunyai Kurtaran Adam, which is The Man Who Saved the World, is a 1982 Turkish science fantasy film. It is infamously called as the Turkish Dash because of its notorious use of unauthorized footage from a particular movie, which is the blank. They also lifted footage from other similar genre movies. The production team met with huge financial crisis that resulted in the crew notoriously lifting shots, music, and sounds from other movies. So, how was this movie famously called? The image definitely helps. This is for Sanjay.
Is it a one-word answer?
Not really. I think I'll not give a clue on that. I think the image gives you enough clues.
Is it called as Turkish boot or food?
Turkish boot? No, I'll move it. It's a movie name that I'm looking for. I'll move it to Tejas.
I'm guessing, is it something to do with the Star Wars universe, like war, planet war, something? I don't know. I'm guessing.
No, give me one answer. What would be Turkish blank? What would be the blank?
Turkish Galaxy War or Star War, something like that.
That's again still two options. Give me one.
Galaxy War.
Okay, I'll move ahead to Venu.
Sir, it's Star Wars.
Okay, so he took the other option. Star Wars is right. So that gets 10 points to Venu. So it's called the Turkish Star Wars. Good answer, and I'll move ahead to Aditya. In 1754, X came up with this cartoon to present the disunited state of the British colonies. It was Venu. Can I get on you? No, can I see a video, please? In 1754, X came up with this cartoon to present the disunited state of the British colonies. It was intended to exhort colonists to unite against France during the French and Indian War. But when X reproduced the cartoon in 1765, I'm sorry about it, it's 1765. The entire meaning of the image had changed. It was now meant for the colonists to unite against the British, and this played a major role in the American War of Independence. Who is X? So this was a cartoon that he had drawn. In 1754, it was to fight against the French that he had done it, but then later he had to use it for uniting the people against British.
1865.
No, 1765. 1765.
No, 70, but
there's a typo here. It's 1765.
okay, sir.
This is for Aditya.
Is it Ben Franklin?
Benjamin Franklin is a very good answer. So that's the right answer too. So it indeed was Benjamin Franklin. Good answer, Aditya. And the next question is with Ahalya. These are few pages from the book Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, written by Abraham Ortelius. What is special about this book? Or what did it start? What was this a pioneer of? Something like that. Few pages from the book Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, written by Abraham Ortelius. So what is special about this book? What did it start off?
Does the book talks about the wars which happen around the world?
So this book is about wars. Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's not the answer. I'll move to answer.
Wait. This is the first book which shows the world map or maps.
Yeah, and what would you call it?
Atlas, something like that.
Perfectly right. So this was the world's first atlas. So no, actually he didn't draw any of the maps. So what he did was he collected Abraham Ortiz collected a lot of maps drawn by different cartographers and collated them. So it thus became the world's first atlas. Very good answer. I'll move ahead to Umesh. In 2017, Biotherapy Development Research Center in Kanazawa, Japan, discovered a new ingredient that has helped in something interesting for an ice cream. So the ice cream innovation known as Kanazawa Ice features polyphenols from a strawberry extract. The ingredient that was discovered upon accident when researchers were attempting to make a strawberry dessert. What is the Kanazawa Ice? This was from,
ice cream that doesn't melt.
Brilliant answer, Umesh. So nice answer. So this is the non-melting ice cream. Of course, not the image, but it's a non-melting ice cream which they found out. And brilliant answer, Umesh. That gets you 10 points. I'll move it to Vidya. Russians are considered to be one of the most superstitious people in the world. One such superstition, which was widely followed in ancient times, was while building new houses. There was a superstition that the first to enter a newly built house dies. Hence, the owners send in an X first, and there's a very specific reason, again a belief, for sending in an X. I need what is X, and I also need the reason for sending X first.
I'm guessing they sent a tortoise first because tortoises usually have a very long life. So that breaks the first.
Okay, nice answer. No, this is not the tortoise. I'll move to Naman.
Yeah, so this is the funda behind sending Laika to space first. And I will say Laika is X, and reason being when they built a house, instead of people entering it first, a dog used to enter it, something like that. So my answer is Laika.
The answer is Laika. No, this is not a Laika or a dog. I'll move it to Hussain.
There's a superstition that the first to enter a newly built house dies. Hence the owners send in a dash first, and there's a specific reason for sending in a X. I'm guessing a cow.
And what would be the reason?
Okay, the reason being, I don't know, bringing auspicious, whatever, I don't know. This is how, I don't know if it, bringing auspicious moments into the house or whatever. Yeah.
That's usually the Indians who do that. So, no, not the Russians. I'll move it to Sanjay.
Is it a cat?
And why would you send a cat?
Usually, people think that the cat has evil spirits. So it can, if it is, that might be the reason they used to send cat.
So cat has evil spirits. Okay.
Yeah, people used to trust that it has evil spirits. So.
Okay. I'll move ahead to Tejas.
I'm just guessing is it fish? They sent fish in first without the water or something like that.
Oh, okay. So that it dies and.
Yeah.
Nice thinking, Tejas. No, this is not the fish. Venu?
Sir, no guesses pass.
Okay. Aditya?
I also think it is cat, but the reason being that the cat has 9 lives. So even if it dies, there is no harm done.
So it has 8 more lives to come back and do it. So brilliant answer, Aditya. So that indeed is the superstition also. So it is a cat, and cat is believed to have 9 lives. So that gets you 10 points and 5 points for Sanjay. So good answering both of you. Very good answer, Aditya.
Raja, yeah, before we go to the next question, there is only 2 minutes left. Instead of coming in between a question, can we end and then start with a fresh question? Again, same call.
No problem. I'll probably tell the points by then.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Okay, Sai Sanjay has opened his account. He is at 5. Tejas remains at 60. Venu is at 40. Aditya is at 40. Ansar is at 30. And Umesh is at 50. Vidya has got 20. Naman at 10. And Hussain is with 27 points. So as Nambi said, probably we can come back, rejoin with the same ID. Same ID, right, Nambi?
Yeah, same Zoom meeting.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the last answer was given by Aditya, right? Okay. Okay, so this question is with, so can we start?
Yeah.
Do I find everyone here? Okay, so this question is with Ahalya now. A simple question. If you are holding any item in a Gau pen, where or how exactly are you holding it? To do with terms, so holding any item in a Gau pen, where or how exactly are you holding it?
Like where as in
Let's explain what is a Gau pen.
no, I'll pass it.
Okay, Ahalya passes. This goes to Ansar now. Answer?
Gaupan, huh?
Yeah. This is one of those questions where you need to know. Yeah, okay? Answer? Got an answer?
Gaupan.
Don't go with the term. It's got nothing to do with it. It's just know it, tell it kind of a question. So
I'm passing it.
okay, Umesh? Umesh?
The answer is like this. You are holding two hands like a ball. This.
Oh, okay. So that is the answer I was looking at. It's just cupping your hands together. So the space formed by holding both hands is called a Gau pen. In fact, this was used by early chefs because to tell them how much of salt or sugar or whatever it is to take. So good answer, Umesh. So that gets you 10 points. Moving ahead to Vidya. These are exhibits at a museum in Paris. This is a very strange and unique museum in the world. In fact, Victor Hugo in his 1862 novel, Les Miserables, had written, Paris has another Paris under herself, a Paris of dash. What is unique about this museum, which is temporarily closed, of course? Answer, your video is not visible. Yeah.
Is the answer tunnels? Paris of tunnels.
Paris of tunnels. No, this is not the tunnels. Move ahead to Naman.
Tunnels is out of question. Are these images like I was even seen tunnels, but it is out of. I can see a pipe. Is this a sewage line? Sewage. So
Perfectly right, Naman. So good answer. So this is called the Paris Sewer Museum. So very good answer, Naman. That gets you 10 points. And the penultimate question of the quiz with Hussain now. X, Rinka, Flores, Gilimotang, Padar. What is X in this exhaustive list? And what does this list talk about? I think you get one, you get the other. So what is this list? What is X? This is an exhaustive list. Exhaustive list.
Pass. Yeah.
Okay. Hussain passes it to Sanjay.
Pass.
Sanjay passes. Tejas?
So I'm guessing this is about the Komodo dragons, which is the largest lizards in the world. So using that, I might say X's Komodo.
Okay, and that gets you 10 points. Good answer, Tejas. So this indeed is the Komodo. And these are the only 5 islands where you find the Komodo dragons. So good answer. And with that, we come to the final question of the quiz. And this is with Venu. Okay. Iceland is one of the most peaceful countries in the world where the police never carry guns. And there has been only one death by the police in its history. Also, Iceland has never waged a war except for one dispute with the UK over fishing rights. So this dispute took place across the 1950s through the 1970s and is not considered to be a war in a conventional way, but there was one casualty which also was an accident. A British journalist in September 1958 had given a name to this war, which was a pun on the term Cold War. How are these militarized interstate disputes called as?
Sir, pass.
Okay, Venu passes it to Aditya.
The Cod Wars. COD, Cod Wars.
Nice answer, good answer. So, and the correct answer as well. So Aditya gets it right. So these were called the Cod Wars. Okay, so this was a pun on the Cold War. So since it was a fishing dispute, they named it as the Cod Wars. So with that, we come to the end of semifinals 1. I'll read out the points once again. Just give me a second. Sai Sanjay has got 5 points. Tejas 70. Venu at 40. Aditya with 50. Ahalya unfortunately could not score any. Ansar has got 30. Umesh with 60. Vidya with 20. Naman also with 20 and Hussain with 27. So with that, Tejas, Venugopal, Aditya, Ansar and Umesh move forward to the finals. So congratulations to the finalists. And unfortunately, I think it was a very close call for Hussain, who fell short just by 3 points. But good attempts by the other 4, Vidya, Naman, Sanjay and Ahalya. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll have the semifinals 2 at 3 p.m. today and the finals at 6:30. Thank you so much, and we'll meet again at 6:30. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice quiz. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good one.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.